in the protests.
If you look closely here, you can see blood stains.
His body was found lying outside the house.
6 months since they seized power, the Taliban appear to be cracking down. Evidence of reprisals is mounting. Activists marching peacefully for women's rights are disappearing. At least 4 women from this protest abducted in sudden raids.
One of the women who took part in the protest in January, marching alongside the activists who've been detained. I know her, I've met her before. She's in hiding now, but she's agreed to meet us again.
She shows us photos of the missing women. Since they were arrested, she's been changing locations every few days.
I received several calls from the Taliban who said, "Don't think we have lost you, we will find you." They have said they will punish each woman who took part in the protests. I have destroyed the SIM card I had. I fear for my life.
The sense of terror shared by those who served the previous regime. The seclusion of a graveyard offers relative safety. We hear chilling accounts that can't be spoken about openly. This man was close to a former policeman who was shot dead in recent weeks.
The Taliban came to his home one evening and took him away, saying they were taking him to the district police compound. Next morning, his body was found lying outside the house. He had been shot multiple times.
Local Taliban members told his family he was killed by a different Taliban unit. The policeman had been threatened and wanted to leave the country, but didn't have the means to do so.
The leaders have announced an amnesty, but the low-ranking Taliban do not respect the order and are killing former government officials.
The next day, we heard about multiple reprisal killings in a locality on the western edge of Kabul. The mood in the area was tense. Away from the eyes of Taliban patrol units, a local guided us. We asked him who was behind the murders. "The Taliban," he said quietly. We were taken to the location where the men were shot dead.
If you look closely here, you can see blood stains. It's the spot where 3 brothers from a family, one of whom was a member of the Afghan National Army, were killed just about 2 weeks ago. Multiple members of this community have told us that the attackers were from the Taliban. People here are terrified. The family of the victims has moved away from here. This has happened in the city of Kabul, but you won't find these incidents reported in the press.
Through sources close to the brothers, we got these photos. Arsalan, to the left, was the soldier, seen here with Matiullah. Another brother, Shireen, was also killed. The deputy spokesman of the Taliban government didn't want to be seen with a woman, but was willing to answer my questions about the group carrying out revenge killings.
I strongly reject these allegations. The policy of Islamic Emirate is not to harm our people in any part of the country.
We have investigated these cases ourselves. If the Taliban is not doing this, then who is?
No one will find a case in which Taliban forces have systematically killed anyone after the general amnesty was announced.
The UN has said it's received at least 100 credible allegations of reprisals, and the more we looked, the more cases we found. A car was the only place this man felt safe to talk to us. He said a former intelligence officer he knew well was taken by the Taliban for questioning and then shot dead. I know I'm risking my life speaking to you, but I want the world to hear us and not recognize the Taliban as they are right now, the man told me. Living under them is like living in a cage.